Spring is a sartorial paradox. It is freezing at 8 a.m. and tropical by noon. This transitional weather defeats most men. You leave the house in a heavy winter coat and end up sweating, or you brave it in just a dress shirt and freeze. For the man over 50, the solution is definitely not the hoodie. Leave that to the teenagers. And it is not clinging to your chunky winter wools, which make you look bulky and outdated. The secret weapon is lightweight knitwear. It is the sophisticated bridge between seasons. Unlike a stiff shirt, a good knit moves with you and hides the winter weight around the midsection perfectly. Today, we are ditching the cheap acrylic junk and mastering the art of the spring layer. Let's upgrade your insulation. Essential 1. The long-sleeve knit polo. If there is one item that defines the modern gentleman aesthetic for 2026, it is undoubtedly the long-sleeve knit polo. This is your absolute best alternative to the stiff, iron-dependent dress shirt. It occupies that rare, perfect middle ground. It feels as comfortable as your favorite worn-in t-shirt, but it looks dressy enough to walk into a high-end restaurant without a reservation. To be clear, I am not talking about the mesh-like piqué cotton polos you wear to the golf course. Those are for sport. I am talking about fine-gauge knitwear. Think of the style icons of the 1960s, the talented Mr. Ripley Riviera look. This garment brings an immediate air of retro sophistication that flatters the older man more than any graphic tee ever could. The most powerful feature of the knit polo is the ribbed hem, the banded bottom. This is a game changer for the male physique over 50. A standard dress shirt must be tucked in, which can emphasize a belly, or left untucked, which often looks sloppy and makes your legs look short. The knit polo features a ribbed waistband that naturally sits at your hips. This creates a subtle blouson effect. The fabric drapes loosely over the midsection rather than clinging to it. It effectively hides the love handles while keeping the silhouette neat and tidy. It makes you look 10 pounds lighter and fixes your proportions instantly. When choosing one, pay close attention to the collar. You want a collar that has some substance and structure, perhaps even a button-down feature, or a deep placket with 3 buttons. Avoid flimsy collars that flatten out and disappear under a jacket. A strong collar frames your face and draws attention up to your eyes and away from the waistline. Regarding fabric, for spring, you want to look for a silk-cotton blend or superfine merino wool. The silk-cotton blend is particularly luxurious. It has a slight sheen that catches the light and feels cool against the skin, making it perfect for those days when the temperature fluctuates. Avoid 100% synthetic acrylics at all costs. They trap heat, make you sweat, and look cheap under sunlight. Color-wise, step away from black. Spring is about introducing life back into your wardrobe. A deep navy is non-negotiable, but also consider sage green, almond, or a soft blue. Style this with the chinos we discussed previously, or throw a blazer over it. Because of the soft collar and the textured fabric, it effectively deformalizes a suit, making you look approachable yet commanding. It says, "I am dressed up, but I am not trying too hard." This is the ultimate old money flex. Essential 2. The Shawl Collar Cardigan. If the knit polo is your sophisticated base layer, the Shawl Collar Cardigan is your armor. Now, I know what many of you are thinking. The word cardigan instantly conjures images of a frail old man sipping tea in a rocking chair, or perhaps Mr. Rogers changing his shoes. You fear that wearing one will instantly age you by 20 years. Gentlemen, let me erase that image from your mind. We are not talking about the thin, flimsy, high-buttoning cardigans that cling to your belly and look like library staff uniforms. We are talking about the shawl collar. This specific detail changes everything. The shawl refers to that thick, rolled collar that wraps around the back of your neck and tapers down the chest. Why is this essential for the man over 50? Because it creates architecture. The thick collar adds visual bulk to your neck and shoulders, while the deep V-neck opening draws the eye down, creating a powerful V-taper effect. It mimics the lapels of a suit jacket, but offers the comfort of a bathrobe. It literally builds up your upper body, making you look broader and more masculine without stepping foot in a gym. For spring, specifically, we need to adjust the weight. We are leaving the heavy, chunky cable knits of December behind. You want to look for cotton linen, or lightweight cashmere blends. These materials breathe. They allow the spring breeze to pass through, keeping you regulated when the sun comes out, but providing enough insulation for that crisp, 60-degree morning air. Look for textured weaves like a waffle knit or honeycomb pattern. This surface texture adds depth and ruggedness to your outfit, preventing it from looking too precious or delicate. Functionally, this is the ultimate replacement for the hoodie. It serves the exact same purpose: warmth, comfort, easy on and off, but the message it sends is entirely different. A hoodie says, "I am going to the gym." A shawl collar cardigan says, "I am the master of this house." It exudes a relaxed authority. Let's talk about the buttons. A high-quality cardigan will feature genuine horn or leather buttons, not cheap plastic discs. These details matter. And here is the golden rule of wearing any cardigan or jacket. Never button the bottom button. Leaving it open allows the fabric to flare out slightly over your hips when you move or sit, preventing that unflattering sausage look around the waist. Style this casually. It looks phenomenal layered over a simple white t-shirt and a pair of dark denim jeans. Or, for a smart casual office look, wear it over a button-down shirt with a knit tie. The collar of the cardigan will frame the tie beautifully, giving you a look that is academic, intelligent, and incredibly stylish. Colors to hunt for include oatmeal, heather gray, and navy. These are the pillars of the spring palette. Essential 3. The Fine Gauge Merino Crewneck. We arrive now at the final essential, the absolute workhorse of the spring wardrobe, the Fine Gauge Merino Crewneck. While the knit polo adds flair and the cardigan adds structure, the crewneck provides pure, unadulterated versatility. It is the Swiss Army knife of luxury layering. You might be asking, isn't a crewneck sweater just basic? That is exactly the point. Its power lies in its simplicity. But for the man over 50, the devil is in the details, specifically the gauge and the material. We are strictly talking about fine gauge knitwear. This means the yarn is spun incredibly thin and the weave is tight. Unlike the chunky fisherman sweaters that add 3 inches of bulk to your waistline, a fine gauge sweater sits close to the body, creating a streamlined, slimming silhouette. It slides under a blazer or a leather jacket without any friction or bunching. It is sleek, modern, and aerodynamic. The material choice here is non-negotiable: merino wool. Forget the scratchy wools of your childhood that felt like wearing a Brillo pad. High-quality merino is softer than cotton, antimicrobial, and most importantly, it is nature's technical fabric. It regulates body temperature brilliantly. In the unpredictable spring weather, it traps heat when it's chilly and wicks moisture away when the sun breaks through. It keeps you dry and comfortable in a way that synthetic polyester never can. The true genius of the merino crewneck, however, is its ability to transform a suit. This is the modern business look, for 2026. Try swapping your collared dress shirt and tie for a crisp navy or charcoal merino crewneck under your suit jacket. The result is transformative. You instantly look younger, sharper, and more creative. It removes the stuffiness of the corporate uniform while maintaining the respectability of the suit. It creates a clean, minimalist neckline that frames the face beautifully without the distraction of a collar. Regarding fit, this is where many men fail. You want a trim fit. It should lightly hug your chest and shoulders, but fall straight over the stomach. If it billows out at the waist, the muffin top effect, it is too big. If the buttons of your shirt underneath are visible through the wool, it is too tight. Aim for that Goldilocks zone. Finally, let's discuss color. Since this is a layering piece, you want neutrals that anchor your outfit. A light heather gray is the king of spring knitwear. It pairs with blue jeans, olive chinos, and navy trousers effortlessly. A cream or off-white crewneck is a bold, high-maintenance move that screams luxury. Wear it if you trust yourself not to spill coffee. And of course, navy blue remains the undefeated champion of men's style. Owning one of each ensures you are ready for literally any occasion this spring. The don'ts. Knitwear to purge. Now that your wardrobe is stocked with essentials, we must perform a controlled burn of the items that are sabotaging your style. First on the list is the deep V-neck. Gentlemen, this trend died in 2010, and it needs to stay dead. A V-neck that plunges down to your sternum does not make you look like a rock star. It makes you look sleazy. Nobody needs to see a tuft of chest hair, or worse, the rim of your white cotton undershirt peeking out. It ruins the clean lines of your outfit. If you must wear a V-neck, keep it high and shallow. Otherwise, stick to the crew neck. Second is the chunky cable knit in spring. I love a good fisherman sweater in December, but wearing a heavy, thick-gauge cable knit in April is a strategic error. It creates excessive bulk, making you look 15 pounds heavier than you actually are.
Spring is about streamlining and shedding weight, both physically and visually. If you are sweating at lunch, you are doing it wrong. Pack these away until the first snow falls. Finally, the ultimate enemy, 100% synthetic acrylic. Check the label on your sweater. If it says 100% acrylic or polyester, put it in the donation bin. Synthetic knitwear is essentially plastic. It does not breathe, meaning you will become a walking sauna the moment the sun comes out. Worse, it pills, develops those little fuzz balls, almost immediately. A man over 50 in a pilled, shiny, sweaty synthetic sweater looks untidy and cheap. Invest in natural fibers. Your skin and your dignity will thank you. Eliminate these three, and you instantly elevate your game. Gentlemen, wearing quality knitwear is not just about staying warm. It is about adding texture and sophistication to your presence. It softens the edges of a suit and elevates a simple pair of jeans. One final critical maintenance rule: never hang your sweaters. Gravity is the enemy. Hanging creates ugly shoulder bumps and ruins the silhouette permanently. Always fold them neatly on a shelf. Now that your upper body is sorted, we must address the foundation. In the next video, we are completing the transition with the definitive guide to spring footwear. We are trading the heavy winter boots for lighter, faster options. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss it. I will see you there.